Hello and welcome back to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where last time we played through the Bell Cup on 150cc, and in turn we finished out the entirety of 150cc, which means today we're going to be starting up Mirror Mode. My favorite creation in the world. Not. And today we'll be playing through the Mushroom Cup in Mirror Mode as the Inkling Boy, and eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I choose you. Okay. I stammered a bit, but I guess we're going with the default this time. And we will cycle up here, because I think... actually, you know what? Let's use the Splat Buggy, because we're playing as the Splatoon characters. We may as well use the Splat Buggy. I probably should have used one of these last time, but I mean, we unlocked something new I kind of want to show off. So we'll use the Splat Buggy, and we will use the we'll use the Triforce tires along with these, because they're next up on the list. And I kind of want to use the Super Glider again, because it's a different style Splatoon artwork than from the last one. So we'll use this one. Here are the stats. And once again, we're going to make sure this part's doing auto acceleration R&D disabled. And so without further ado, let's dive into the Mushroom Cup on Mirror Mode. Yay. So, I have a topic that I need to discuss today because I kind of left you guys hanging out after yesterday's episode, because I wanted to talk about something, but I didn't have enough time to actually do it. So, I promise today I will actually discuss the thing I wanted to discuss yesterday. However, since we are starting up Mirror Mode today, I guess I should probably talk about it a little bit, since it is something different from what we've done previously. As you can probably tell, Mirror Mode is the same courses from the other CCs we've done thus far, except this time they've just basically flipped the they flipped it over the vertical axis. So what that means is that now what would ordinarily have been a left turn is now a right turn, and vice versa. And I talk about this a lot in my Mario Kart Wii LP, and I demonstrated it by flipping the screen and then flipping it back around. And I said, like, this is what you're used to seeing, and then I flipped it around to the normal aspect ratio so that you can see what it looks like now and as in Mirror Mode. I'm not gonna do it this time because I think the point's been made already in my Mario Kart Wii LP. But my thoughts on Mirror Mode, brief thoughts on Mirror Mode, is that I think it's really dumb. I think it's just an artificial way to extend the game's runtime when you don't really need it, because you already have enough CCs as is. I don't understand the appeal of Mirror Mode. It's the same thing in Dragon's Lair, because Dragon's Lair is a phenomenal arcade game, and it's an even better home console game. But the thing that the home console game does, or sorry, the thing that the home console version, as in Return to the Lair, does not do, and the arcade game does do, is that in the arcade version, some of the rooms, because basically the idea is you have to go through a certain amount of rooms to reach the Dragon's Lair, rescue the princess and all that, but some of the, not a small percentage of the rooms, not many, but enough to annoy me, a small percentage of the rooms are literally just mirrored versions of other rooms. So basically, if you had to previously move left in one room to avoid a tentacle, this time you have to move right. And some rooms, it doesn't affect anything because some rooms don't even have left or right inputs. So for instance, if there's a room, and I'm thinking of one specifically being the spinning baton room, where the input is up, sword, down, up, there is no input there that would be inverted by playing the mirrored version of that room. So I don't understand what the point of it is. Point being, I think it's just a lazy way to artificially drag out the game by flipping it over the vertical axis, or I guess over the y-axis to be more straightforward with it. So I think it's really dumb. They literally just flip the level around, and suddenly it's a whole new thing, I guess. But that's not the reason why that was not the cliffhanger I left you guys off on yesterday. So in the next race, I'm actually going to talk about what I said I'd talk about, which is Disney's new Fast Pass system. So let's get into all that in the next race. So where we left off last time is I was talking about how I gave the history of the Fast Pass system and how we went from the paper Fast Pass to the Fast Pass Plus to what we have now, or to no Fast Pass, and now I'm going to talk about what we have now. And the number one praise that I always gave Disney's Fast Pass system above all else is that it was free and functional. It wasn't like some crappy thing. It was a perfectly functional really, really well-made FastPass system that was completely complimentary to all guests throughout the parks. And I always said that they had that up over Universal because Universal's FastPass system, you can't get it unless you pay for it. And it costs a lot of money. On top of the already incredibly expensive ticket you have to get into the park in the first place, you had to fork over a lot of cash to get their Express Pass for your visits, which is not very consumer-friendly. And I've always praised that about Disney because Disney's always been complimentary. But not anymore, because last week they announced something called... last week as I'm recording this. 2 weeks ago, as you're watching this, they announced something called Disney Genie. And Disney Genie in and of itself isn't really the problem, because Disney Genie isn't inherently a FastPass system. What Disney Genie is it still annoys me because it's a knockoff, right? So for years there was a company called Touring Plans, where basically what they have is they have like a team of incredibly intelligent, dedicated researchers who analyze the crowd traffic and people's movement patterns throughout the park to see which attractions are popular at which times of day, and then based on that information, based on the ebb and flow of the wait times of each attraction and the popularity of them and how the popularity fluctuates throughout the day and people's movement patterns and all that, it uses all that information and calculates a perfect touring plan based on the rides you want to ride, the time you want to arrive. It factors in your meal plan. And it does that for both the Disney parks and the Universal parks, and it's an exceptional service. Not sponsored, by the way, but it's an exceptional service that I would recommend anybody use if they're ever going to plan a vacation to either Universal or Disney. It is phenomenal. However, Disney Genie I'm going to describe what Disney Genie is to you, and you can tell me if it sounds familiar at all. So, Disney Genie is a service where, and I'll be upfront in saying that Disney Genie, in its base form, is free. You can use this to plan your day in the park. You can tell it all the rides you want to ride, and it will plan the perfect day for you. Does that sound familiar at all? Because it sure as hell sounds familiar to me. It's literally just the touring plan system, except worse, because I guarantee you that the researchers that have spent over a decade of their lives, probably close to 2 decades, I'm not entirely sure, but years and years of their lives dedicating themselves to the crowd flow of these parks and incredibly detailed reports on the traffic patterns and even just individual room reviews of each hotel to see where the best rooms are, what rooms to ask for, what to say to get the room you want. Just the most comprehensive analysis of the Disney parks and the Universal parks you could ever ask for. There's no way in hell you can convince me that this thing that Disney's thrown together, that is exactly the same as what Touring Plans has had for years, is going to be better than what Touring Plans has had for years. So that annoys me just out of the gate. But if it were just that, if it were literally just Disney Genie, then I'd be like, okay, whatever. This is you're not subtle, you're not sneaky. Oh wow, I fell through the one gap I could possibly have fallen through there. You're not sneaky. It's clear what you're trying to do. You're trying to steal business away from Touring Plans because you don't like the fact that they have made a really great living for themselves off of research into your parks and trying to give people a better experience, because you don't want that. You want it all to be focused on you. Except you're going to give a gimped version of that service instead. So, yeah. It annoys me, but it's not, like, aggravating. But what is aggravating is the other thing they introduced, which is called the Lightning Lane. And you can probably already guess where I'm going with this based on what I was talking about throughout the entirety of the last video. But the lightning, thanks to this... Okay, we're probably going to lose this now because I think I'm going to get pushed back to second place thanks to that spiny shell. I'm going to try to stay in the lead, but it's going to be close. I think Drybone's catching up to me. It's going to be a close race, but I'll try. But yeah, basically, Lightning Lane is the new FastPass system, and it sucks. It's just awful. I mean, so okay, the way it works is actually I'll just talk about this in the next race, but. So, the Lightning Lane is integrated into Disney Genie Plus. Disney Genie as a base service is just the touring plan thing. But if you want to buy Disney Genie Plus for $15 per ticket, meaning if you have a family of 4, it'll cost you an additional $60 for this, you can you can essentially unlock the Fast Pass DLC for the Disney parks, meaning that now you can select one attraction at a time to gain access to the Lightning Lane, which will get you essentially front-of-the-line access for whatever attraction you want, one attraction at a time, which is basically just the same thing as Fast Pass Plus, except it's a gimped version of it, because now instead of being able to make 3 reservations in advance and then being able to reserve one attraction at a time incrementally throughout the course of the day, now it's a thing where you don't get the initial, I don't know what I just said there. You don't get the initial 3 attractions. Now it's just one at a time throughout the course of the day. So it's just a worse version of Fast Pass Plus. Actually, it's like it's all the bad things about the paper Fast Pass system mixed with all the bad things about the or I guess not. Okay, never mind. Forget what I said. What I said didn't make any sense. It's basically just a worse version of Fast Pass Plus is what it is. It just sucks. And this time you have to pay for it, which is even worse. And there is something else that they're introducing where basically you can for a separate fee. This is a separate fee now. You can pay to be able to reserve up to 2 attractions in advance. So, but they basically split Fast Pass Plus into 2 different things, where now you can buy Disney Genie Plus for $15 a person, and, wow, really, the green shell hit the, whoa, Jesus Christ, okay. You can buy, for $15 a person, you can unlock Disney Genie Plus, which will allow you the latter half of the base Fast Pass Plus system, which is basically, also, I royally missed that green shell, which is basically just, you know, being able to reserve one attraction at a time through the course of the day. Or you can unlock the other Lightning Lane feature, which, that was bad. That was bad. Okay, go, go, go. This is going to be close. This is going to be really close. I'm going to try to throw the red shell. Oh, of course, you have a stupid banana peel. Okay. He wasted, I think I have to, yeah, it was worth it. I had to make a choice between using it on him or using it against myself, and boomerang? Really? Of all the things a boomerang's going to take me? Okay, hold on. We gotta take a risky shortcut here. Take a risky shortcut. No, actually, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that because he didn't take it, and we got ahead of him. Okay, now we just got to stay the course, and I think we win. And yeah, we win. Okay. Oh, that was close. Okay. So the other thing you can buy is schedule a time to arrive at up to 2 highly demanded attractions each day, which is, again, that's a gimped version of Fast Plus already, because now instead of being able to reserve 3 attractions at a time, or at 3 attractions in advance, you can only reserve 2 in advance. So it's just a worse version of Fast Pass Plus from every angle for 2 separate fees, and I hate it. The one thing they always had up was the fact that it was always free. Now it's not free anymore. Now you have to pay to use the Fast Pass system, and it sucks. I mean, if we're being generous to Disney, at least it's not as expensive as Universal, because Universal, you have to pay $70 a person. Yeah, for the base Express Pass, you have to pay $70 a person. So if you have a family of 4, that's $280 just to unlock Fast Pass. And if you want to get Universal Express Unlimited, which is the ability to ride the rides infinitely, instead of having it be a one-and-done deal for family of 4, now that's $360, which is just absurd. So yeah, I don't like what they're doing with the new Fast Pass system at Disney. I really hate the fact that it's not complimentary anymore, because that was always their biggest selling point, is the fact that it was free. But not anymore. Not anymore. Now it's just, again, it's not as expensive as Universal, but that's not really saying much, because Universal's prices are insane. I still hate, my thoughts on Disney Genie, to summarize, it's annoying, but it's whatever, it's fine. My thoughts on Lightning Lane, I hate it. I absolutely despise what they're doing. It's terrible. Anyway, took two episodes to get through that discussion, so let's give you the results, shall we? I was hoping it was going to show clips from Thwomp Rooms, because we were really coming down to the wire in Thwomp Rooms there. Anyway, There's our trophy, there's triple star ranking, and you've collected 1,400 coins, and so a new vehicle customization option has been unlocked. We'll see what that is in the next video. So, that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I hope to catch you all tomorrow for some more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Goodbye.